listening to the Real Life Trading Pre-Market Day Trading Show. You're listening to the Real Life Trading Pre-Market Day Trading Show.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. How is it going, everybody? It is January 21st, and it's Aloha Friday. How is it going, everybody? Hope everybody is doing stupendous. Let me get my screen sharing on. How is it going, everybody? It is January. There you go. We should be all set up. Get my chat pane ready to go. We should be live on YouTube. How is it going? What is going on? Hope everybody is doing stupendous. Albert Chen, what are you up to, man? How is it going? Hope all is doing stupendous. I know you're looking forward to a long weekend. I am. It's Aloha Friday here in Hawaii. Anyway, whew. Big smiley face, big smiley face. Anyway, let's go check out and see what is going on. If you guys can throw me, gotta recover from Netflix. You ain't kidding, brother. We'll go look at that in a little bit. That's crazy. Down like $100. Lunatistical, I say. Anyway, let's check in and see what's happening. Whew, we're getting beat up, aren't we? We are filling a lot of these gaps. We filled like about 3 or 4 of these gaps, I think, these little tiny gaps on the way down. We've been talking about these gaps for a couple months now, I think. So we're finally filling those gaps that we talked about. We called it right on the money. Looks like today we're gapping down. Looks like we're going to fill potentially this other gap here, maybe today. We do have this bigger gap down here on the SPY around 435. So hopefully we don't get there. Hopefully we'll bounce. Maybe we'll throw a wick down there, fill that gap and go. You can see we're down below this nice long ascending channel that we've been in forever and a day. Finally broke that down. So, yep, we are bearish. We are very bearish. All right, let's go look and see, check out the old Qs. Qs doing about the same thing. Got that gap fill going on currently. Looking like some bears may be shooting for down here about 350 or so. Let's go see what we got down here. I know we got some EMAs on the weekly and monthly. Hopefully we'll get a bounce off of here. This is a pretty stupendous, big looking double, triple type of top. So I don't know. We come back up here to the 10 and 20 and then roll back over. Hopefully not. What do we got on the monthly down here? We got that 10 moving average right there. So currently gapping down pre-market. Douglas KK, what is going on, buddy? I know you're excited. You'd be packing and getting your stuff all ready to roll. Whew. Douglas getting ready to go on a little vacay. All right. So let's go check out our 6 stocks that we're following, that we're trading. We're doing the 10 EMA strategy on. So I know new to everybody, including me. So we will be going nice and steady and slow and making sure that we got this right. They're doing the 10 EMA strategy also in the other room. So, yep, let's go check her out. Looks like we're all systems go on the 10 EMA strategy right now, pre-market. Hello, Lucen. How's it going? Hope you're doing fine and dandy. Thanks for joining us. We got AMD, we're gapping down again. Got a little bit of support down here about somewhere in here about 118 and a half. You can see we got a little bit of support going on there. Had some old resistance right there. So right now we're gapping about down to that area down there at 118. Don't know if we break through there because let's see, let's go back to the Qs. Qs on the weekly, we got that 50 on the weekly. Let me see about the Qs. Go about $15 on the Qs. Of course, this is just an average. So we can get down here, fill that gap, makes sense, maybe hang out around the 50. So I don't know, man. We got some little bit of room to go. Hello, Carol. How you doing? Hope all is well. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, so we'll be looking at the AMD to go short on. Goal of that 10 EMA strategy is to take to look for that first candle that closes past or underneath that moving average, and then look for a bullish candle and then take it short. So that's what we'll be doing. Tesla, you know, I noticed on Tesla, and I think it was on Delta Airlines, as far as RSI is concerned, we're at a place where we could bounce and we could get some bullish divergence, because we got, if you see AMD, we're straight downtown on AMD RSI, but Tesla, we're actually at a place on Tesla where we could get some now bullish divergence. So kind of looking forward to that. That would be nice. See if that plays out or not. But anyway, we got, hello, Johnny X. How's it going? Good morning. Hope you are doing fine. I always love when we get some Johnny X in the house. So yeah, we got on Tesla, of course, we got this 100 on the daily. Yeah, on the weekly, we got that 20, about the same place. Monthly, a little bit more room down on the monthly. That wick makes a heck of a lot of sense to come on down and take some bulls out though. So yeah, we'll see what happens. That wick is right down here about 880-ish. So we maybe throw a lower wick down here and then punch up maybe. Got earnings coming up on Tesla, so make sure you remind yourself of that. Matthew is in the house. Good morning, Matthew. How you doing? Got a lot of new names in here that I haven't ever talked to before. I'm excited. We got free week coming up next week too, starting on the 24th. And yeah, man, that's going to be exciting. All right, so Tesla, yeah, we're down, you know, right down here, right around support, a little bit of support. So we'll see if we get a good close down here or not. Maybe come down here towards that 880. That would make a lot of sense. Carol just joined yesterday. Wow, congratulations. Welcome to the A team, the A+ team. You got some awesome professional traders here, Carol. So yeah, this is, even though this is the beginner room, you got people that are absolutely professional traders in here. So this is a great place to learn from, to go a little bit slower, ask questions, whatever you need. Glad to have you. All right. That's what we're here for. All right. So we got Tesla. We're checking out Tesla. We do have a little gap on Tesla too. I always forget that dang brush. We got a little gap down here. I make my gaps, when you see orange lines on my chart, those are gaps. And we like gaps because depending on the stock, not all stocks, but I would say the majority of stocks, gaps like to get filled, and they often act as a place of support. So we do have a pretty decent gap there. You can see this gap over here actually got filled, right? So here's a perfect example. We had this big old gap right here on Tesla. It took a while, took a long time, but it finally came down and filled that gap. We got a little small gap here that's not filled yet. Alan, how you doing? Glad you're here in the beginner room with us. Yeah, so gaps, when you see orange lines on my gaps, those are going to be where I say, okay, probably going to get a fill here potentially. And this is a good place to get a fill and bounce, because they do act as, you can see right down here, kind of acted as a little bit of support, right? Came down here and bounced, gapped way up. And then we're coming back down, looks like, to potentially fill that gap. Now, gaps don't always have to get filled 100%, but sometimes you'll get a wick that comes down and closes it, fills it about 80, 90%, but that's what I look for anyway. All right, let's move on. And by the way, green lines are just highs and lows from the previous day. I use those. Dark green lines are the previous high and low. I use those just to know, because on the 10 EMA strategy, it says that we got to be able to gap either below or above yesterday's candle in order to trade that stock within the first 20 minutes. If it doesn't gap above or below these green lines, then we got to wait for 20 minutes, and or when it breaks out the higher low or higher high, then we can trade it. If none of that happens, then we got to wait 60 minutes if that doesn't happen. 60 minutes or a breakout. So anyway, just let you know what the lines on my chart mean. So roadblocks. We got this nice little trend on roadblocks. We'll see. Looks like we're starting to break that trend. I have a January 28th put sale down here at 70. So we'll see if I get put some shares. Had this little bit of a trend coming down here. So looking like we may come on down here to just about 70, maybe a little bit lower. See if we can get a bounce down there. See if we break this trend line. We got a little bit of support going on here. You can see we got this trend coming down here, this channel, this descending channel coming down here. We got another little bit of support down here. So roadblock's going to be fighting down around there. That's why I got myself a 70 put sale. So that's looking pretty good right now. We got, it is gapping down below that low of yesterday pre-market. You can see over here on my chart. Let me move my Slack, by the way, over here. Get this out of the way. Pardon me while I adjust my doohickeys here. Get my Slack going over there. I got to make sure I'm in the right channel. Where are you? Come on, baby. All right, there you go. I'm on a wide screen here, so that's why I got to adjust my charts here, my doohickeys. Anyway, yeah, so roadblocks, we got, I was talking, we got a lot of support down here. We'll see what happens down here, but I was talking about my little indicators here. When we get a green little indicator, that means that we're all systems go to trade the stock. So if it wasn't green, that means it was not, and I got to move this to the right place. It means that we were inside day and we have to wait till it either breaks out or it does gap above to trade that baby. So, yep, right now you can see Roblox is gapping down here below yesterday's low. So we got, that's all systems go. We can trade that in the first, we wait 5 minutes, see what's going on, sit back and relax and take it easy and see what's going on in the market, and then see if we can get our setup. And we'll talk about that here first thing when we get some stocks open. Then we got Delta Dawn. Anybody remember that song? Delta Dawn. What's that flower you got on? Talking about Delta Dawn and my man, what is happening, Rock Fullwood and Gregory Hill. That was I think that was back in high school, man. That was a long time ago. Phew. Yeah, Lucen saying maybe. Depends on how you sing it. Was it? Yeah, it's got to be 70s, Greg. That was one of my favorites. Anyway, I digress. I digress. So we got Delta. Delta was the other one that I was looking at the RSI, because we're down here, you know, this this trend, we could get a little bit of bullish divergence going on here too. So for all of those of you who came in a little bit late, we got Delta and Tesla. We actually got the makings potentially of some bullish divergence. All the other ones, all the other techies, man, we're getting hit hard. We're coming down to the oversold area. All right. I was on Delta, singing Delta Dawn. That's what I was doing. Anyway, what do we got here? So interesting enough too, on Delta, let me make sure I'm not on my brush. This could be a 1, a 2, and a 3 Elliott wave, and a 4 and a 5. That would be pretty nice. Let's go look on Tesla. Not so much on Tesla. Tesla, we got kind of a funky looking head and shoulders pattern, don't we? A boom, zitty, boom, zitty, boom, zitty, boom, zitty, boom. That's not too pretty. And that's right up here at resistance. So Delta might be the bull saving grace. We'll see if the airlines can giddy up and fly away. Yes, that's when music was good, Rock. I agree with you. I thought you were a youngster. I thought you were like 21 or something like that. Steve says the gap on Disney is gross. Okay, I'll go check it out. I know you just turned 40-ish. I didn't remember 41, but you're still a little baby. You got plenty to go. All right, so yep, we got, that's pretty interesting right there. Potentially wave 5, which would be gorgeous. Punch on out of here. I just want to check American Airlines. What time is it? Before I run my mouth too long. So kind of the same thing, 1, 2, 3, but we got this big old wave down. So not so much on American Airlines. I got actually a put sale on Disney. We'll go look at that in a second, gentlemen, ladies, everybody. NVIDIA. Everything is going on sale, ladies and gentlemen, especially the tech stocks. Whew, cash is king. Save some of that cash and buy it down here. I'm waiting to see if I can get do a put sale down here on NVIDIA somewhere, maybe 180. That would be pretty cool. If Sylvan's in the house, I know he would love that. What do we got down here on NVIDIA? Got a little bit of nice support coming on here, about 180. That looks pretty stupendous on the weekly. Anyway, on the daily, we do have that big blue line is my 200 right there. right about 230. We're gapping down now to about 236. Average true range, for those of you who are new, I use this all the time down here. My average true range over the last 14 days. These candles are averaging about $14.49. So I use that and say, hey, where can we go? You know, you'll see me use this later on. But, you know, 14 bucks ish brings us right down to that support area today. So we'll see if we can get down there. And then old Apple, Apple 2, man, people are chomping at the bit waiting for this baby to come on down here to about 150. That would be stupendous. Everybody could jump on and buy a bunch of shares down here. But Apple, you can see Apple was hanging out on the 50 yesterday. We'll see if we lose that 50 and get on down here. The weekly, we got a little bit of support coming here. You can see that big old candle on the weekly, kind of a little bit of a support resistance area down here. Yep. So we'll see what happens on the old Apple, but the Apple looks like it's coming on downtown. All right. Lucien talking about Disney. We better go check out Disney because Steve was saying it's looking gross. I think I'm going to put some shares at about 150. Yep. Probably 150. But anyway, it's looking pretty nasty, isn't it? We got this big old descending channel from all the way back in March. Whew. Disney pulling way on back. Today we got big old hunkin' gap. And I think we're heading, let's see, I don't have any support lines down here, but let's see. I like to look at support for the new folks. I like to use my line chart a lot because that way you can get these highs and lows pretty visible, and then I'll go on to my candlesticks. But we obviously have some support right there, right? No question about that. Let's bring a support line down there. And then you usually get these other support areas up above sometimes, especially in these higher price stocks. But that's probably where some good, what did I do here? There you go. That's probably a good support line there. You can see we got a little bit of starting to enter like a support area down here between 140 and 135. You can see these lines over here. Let's go back to our candlesticks and see what's going on here. So obviously, yeah, you go in your candlesticks and then adjust, but you can see a little bit of like resistance area in here. Somewhere about in there. So we're kind of in this support zone here on Disney. But it's looking pretty fugly. Am I allowed to say fugly on the mic? I think I asked you that before. What time is it? Ooh, we got to go here pretty soon. All right, let's go check out. Let's just go check out the monthly and the weekly real quick. We got that. So that 200 right there is in that little like support area, I'll call it. Got that pretty good support coming down. And the monthly, see if we got anything on the monthly. We got that 50 EMA on the monthly. Same kind of place, same kind of support. So we'll see if we can hold up there. We got that 100 coming up to provide a little bit of support too on the monthly. So I think I'm good right here with my put sell. Just have to do some covered calls on that, but make back some premium. And yep, we're good to go. Big old nasty gap though today on the old Diz. All right. Lucent says, all right, got that. The data dog closed below the 200 on the daily and gap down today. If anybody is interested in shorts, I think any tech kind of pretty ugly right now. I think we got some room, but we may see a bounce later on this funky Friday. It's Aloha Friday. So what do we got on the daily on Datadog? We got, let me take these lines off of here. So we got a big old hunking gap on the daily. We got about 995. So let's see, let's just mess around with this average true range. Average range, it is just an average. Remember that, because I use it all the time, but it is just an average. So what it's saying is the average has been about $9.85 the last 14 days. So I'm wondering, I'm just curious. I'm wondering if we're coming down here for this wick over here and then bounce and hang on that 200. So that'll be curious to see. But right now we got pretty ugly fugly gap going on there. Let's see what we got on the weekly. Got this big old candle down here at this little, you can see this area of support resistance kind of right in there. We got this wick right in here. So nothing on the weekly down here to hold us up. Let's see on the monthly. You got that 20 moving average on the monthly coming up there. So yeah, we're coming down right down to a little support area, but today looking like a short for sure. Thank you, Mr. Lucent. All right. I'm gonna get ready to have the market open. We got a couple minutes. Let me just talk to these folks here on YouTube. So if you're not already on that RLT team, we invite you guys and girls to come check us out. Next week, we have a free week. You can actually trade with us for free all next week. All you got to do is go to reallifetrading.com and you can go there, sign up for the free week, no obligation whatsoever, and come trade with us. And that website is reallifetrading.com, reallifetrading.com, all one word. So until we see y'all again, we will catch you next week, hopefully. Come see us in that beginner's room. We also have a more advanced room. So let's do it. I'll talk to y'all YouTubers later. Aloha for now.